Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Inside the Rain. And this is from writer, director, and star Aaron Fisher, and it's about a man who's dealing with his bipolar disorder, who's thrown out of college because of too many thought-to-be situations where he was going to hurt himself, and he's trying to raise money to create a film to use at his hearing to make sure that he gets to stay. And while along the way, he falls in with this model who works at a strip club. And yeah, it's an interesting story. And this is a drama, but also has plenty of comedy in here. It's more or less a romantic comedy in terms of you have at the heart of this film is Fisher's character falling in love with Emma Taylor, who's played by Ellen Toland, and the two of them, they're an interesting odd couple. And I feel like at the heart of this film, I appreciate most that Fisher is unabashedly himself. And this is a semi-autobiographical film dealing with his own bipolar disorder. And it doesn't pull any punches when showing him being depressed or showing his mania and all the different kinds of interactions. Something that kind of took me out of the film is that there's definitely things that go on, especially in this particular situation, that really isn't legal. I'm pretty sure they can't just kick him out because like one of the situations is some girl sees him filling in his pill box that he's supposed to take and assumes that he's going to try to OD on his pills again. And somehow that's enough, and like the police just show up with extreme force, grab him, take him to the police station, and refuse to let him go. And like all these different kinds of things, which also perfect example and very relatable of like why police shouldn't be the ones to show up in those situations. You should probably have like mental health first aiders coming in and working on stuff like that, but that's besides the point. There's a lot of things that you have to suspend your disbelief for in this film. And there's also characters like Rosie Perez is fun. She's a great character in the film, but she's one of those, like, she's definitely a movie therapist because she definitely acts like you couldn't act like that to one of your patients. And those kinds of things kind of take away from the film, and they overly simplify plot points for the sake of the story that Fisher's trying to tell in his screenplay. And there's some points where it's like, this is a well-made film, especially one particular scene towards the end of the film where it's really climaxing in terms of this relationship between the characters of Ben, played by Aaron Fisher, our writer and director, and also Emma, played by Ellen Toland. And it's very beautiful. Like, even the poster is a shot from that with all the colors and the rain. It's like, it's a beautifully shot film at times. So, like, it's really well put together. I laughed a lot, honestly. There's a really strong sense of humor about this film, and you can really feel Fisher's voice coming through. And it does hit a lot of familiar beats. Like, there's a lot of things that happen in this film all the way up until the very end that just come off being like, oh, I've seen a rom-com before. And that's tough because it really has a strong message, and it's funny, it has some fun characters in it. It just really falls into some of those cliches, those like rom-com trappings that you know are going to happen. And it might not be the most bold or interesting story, but the way that it's told with the voice that it has, I think it's still an engaging and interesting rom-com that sticks out in a giant sea of romantic comedies, especially now, this time of the year where there's like 50 million Christmas or holiday rom-coms. So honestly, I think Inside the Rain is a really solid film, a strong debut for Aaron Fisher, who I would like to see more of what he does. I'll be interested to see if he's able to capture the same kinds of things when it's not something that's very personal for him. But I would definitely say go check out Inside the Rain. I know it's on Showtime right now, and then you could also rent it on Prime Video. But those are my thoughts on Inside the Rain. Let me know what you think. Let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.